Teddy bears. You've been cuddling with these guys as long as you can remember. They're soft, they're cute, and they're absolutely adorable sitting on your bed. But we're not talking about those kind of bears today. We're going to be talking about grizzly bears and black bears. Specifically, we'll discuss how to tell the two apart, where they live, what they like to eat, as well as some important safety information, such as what to do when you see a bear, how to keep your kids and pets safe, and what you should do if you see a mom and her babies. We'll also discuss where bears live, what they like to eat, and what to do if they're in your campsite. Are you ready? Let's go. Let's start off simple. What kind of bear am I even looking at? Well, if you're in the lower 48, it's either going to be a grizzly, also known as a brown bear, or black bears. Even though the names would make you think that it's all about the color of their fur, it's actually not that easy. For starters, the colors are going to look pretty close for lots of bears. After all, brown and black are quite similar colors. So how do you tell? Well, grizzly bears have a very distinct hump on their back. This hump is a strong muscle that helps them dig. Grizzlies also have long claws and a very powerful body. They're much bigger than black bears, with grizzlies weighing in at around 800 pounds, whereas black bears can be anywhere from 200 to 600 pounds. And while all of that is good to know, let's talk practical. Remember that if you see a bear, it's probably going to be a black bear. Black bears are much more common. It's estimated that there are 600,000 black bears living in North America alone, and about 300,000 of those are located in the United States. On the other hand, there are only 55,000 grizzly bears left in North America, and 30,000 of those are located in Alaska. As for the rest of the U.S., well, only about 1,500 are estimated to be living in the lower 48. Moving on, what are you supposed to do if you do see one of those 655,000 bears? Well, believe it or not, bears don't want to attack you. Most of the time, bears are just looking for food. Since bears eat berries, bugs, and veggies, plus the additional small mammal for a grizzly, your trash can, campsite, and home smell like Thanksgiving dinner to a bear. So with this in mind, we can just assume that the bear is hungry. That means that the bear isn't going to need much to go away. Since bears don't tend to like loud noises, banging together objects like rocks or pots and pans can help. If that doesn't get the bear to go away, try using bear spray if you have some. And if the bear is still there, it's going to be your turn to go. In the case that you do need to leave, just back away slowly. And if the bear is in your campsite, you still might want to go away. If you've tried everything and the bear is still in your campsite, then you're probably going to need to move your camp. As for how to keep bears away in the first place, then follow the 200s rule. Part 1 is to keep your camp's kitchen at least 200 feet away from your actual camp. Food storage should be an additional 200 feet away from your kitchen, ideally in some kind of bear-proof container, such as a bear bag or a beer canister. Why so far away? Well, bears actually have better noses than bloodhounds. So if you want to keep yourself and your food safe, the 200s rule is the way to go. Next, let's talk about a very different but equally as important topic. How should I keep my kids and pets safe around bears? That's a pretty heavy question, but luckily it has a not-so-heavy answer. For starters, keep your dog on a short leash. Remember that your dog, however sweet they may be, is a natural predator. Your dog is always on the hunt. Keeping them on a leash and within your sight at all times is the best way to go. As for kids, you definitely shouldn't be having them on a leash. However, you do need to keep them close too. If they're old enough to understand, teach them about the wildlife in the area that you're going to. Emphasize that wild animals deserve respect and distance, and it's our job to give them that. And while we're talking about teaching kids, it's important for you to teach yourself about where you're going, what you may see, and what to do should you see it. And now for our last topic. What should I do if I see a mama and her cubs? First and foremost, never, ever get in between the two. If mama is on one side of you and the cubs are on the other, you need to get out of that situation as fast as you can. Remember, slowly back away or use bear spray. If you have rocks or pots and pans, bang those together. Mother bears are extremely protective of her young, and that's a good thing. Bears are such good mothers, in fact, that we actually have a saying about it. If a human mother loves her kids so much that she'll do anything to protect them, she's a mama bear. At the end of the day, just remember to give bears the respect that they deserve. We should feel blessed to be in their presence, and think of them as the glorious creatures that they are. That's going to wrap up today's video. You can go check out our other videos if you want to learn more about other animals. Share this video with whoever you think needs it, and thank you so much for watching.